In the heart of a quaint little town, nestled between cobblestone streets and blooming flower boxes, stood a charming bookshop named Whispers Among the Pages. This bookshop was more than just a place to buy books, it was a sanctuary for dreamers, a refuge for those seeking solace in the written word. The shop's exterior was adorned with ivy that crept up its brick walls, and its windows were filled with displays of books that promised adventures, romances, and mysteries. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of aged paper and ink, a comforting aroma that wrapped around visitors like a warm embrace. The shop was owned by Mrs. Thompson, an elderly woman with a twinkle in her eye and a story for every occasion. Her constant companion was a peculiar cat named Hemingway, a large, fluffy Maine Coon with a regal demeanor and a penchant for curling up on the most obscure books, as if guarding their secrets from the world. Grace, a young woman with a love for literature and a heart full of dreams, found solace in the bookshop. Her life had been a series of quiet moments, punctuated by the occasional burst of laughter or tears, but mostly it was a life lived in the margins, much like the notes she scribbled in her favorite books. Growing up in a small town, Grace had always felt a bit out of place, her mind constantly wandering to far-off lands and times long past. Her parents, practical and grounded, never quite understood her fascination with stories and the worlds they contained. Despite their differences, they supported her love for reading, often gifting her books for birthdays and holidays. Grace visited Whispers Among the Pages every Saturday, losing herself in the labyrinth of shelves, the scent of old paper, and the quiet rustle of pages turning. For Grace, the bookshop was a place where time seemed to stand still, where she could escape the chaos of the outside world and immerse herself in stories that transported her to places she longed to explore. She had a particular fondness for poetry, finding comfort in the rhythm and cadence of the words, and often spent hours in the poetry section, searching for new treasures to add to her collection. One rainy afternoon, as the sky wept softly against the windows, Grace found herself in the poetry section, her fingers tracing the spines of books like old friends. She was searching for a particular volume of poems by Rilke, one she had read about but never found. The rain tapped gently on the windowpanes, creating a soothing symphony that accompanied her search. As she reached for a book on the top shelf, it slipped from her grasp and tumbled to the floor, landing with a soft thud. The sound echoed in the quiet shop, drawing the attention of a fellow book lover. "Let me help you with that," a voice said, warm and gentle. Grace turned to see a young man with kind eyes and a slightly awkward smile. His name was Andrew, and he had been a regular at the bookshop for as long as he could remember.